They say they do everything they can to try to find forever homes for stray, abused, or abandoned animals, but often their message is short-lived in the public memory. Animal care centers and shelters. East Texas News Weekend's Bob Hallmark has more.
They are the faces of animals who need a second chance in life. Strayed, abused, or abandoned. Workers at the Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center want to find a forever home for them all.
Last year we had over 4,300 animals come into our facility, so it is always the goal to get them out into safe, loving homes.
The general population represents stray and abandoned animals, as well as those that were turned in by their owners for various reasons.
The economy also plays a role into it at this point. People are being laid off, losing their jobs, being evicted, and they are unfortunately having to surrender their loving animals.
One challenge they face is continuing to get their message to the public.
People don't know that we're here, that we're doing specials, that these animals are looking for a home. It only hinders their chances at getting adopted. You know, we are still doing our funny special posts that we have done since day one that we have opened, but we encourage everyone to go follow our page.
And a new city ordinance going into effect February 1st that may mistakenly bring people to the center.
One of those is a mandatory spay and neuter for all dogs and cats 6 months and older that are within city limits that are owned animals. There are resources. We can help you with spay and neuter vouchers. It's a voucher up to $100 for any Gray County resident. What is spayed and neutered here are animals that are in our care, our property.
And they continue to put out the spay and neuter message.
Important because it helps with the population, overpopulation. It'll help just to make sure that there are always loving animals that are in a home versus coming in here where they can be scared and then having to find a home.
Bob Homer, East Texas News Weekend.
It is estimated that more than 500,000 cats and dogs entered Texas shelters in 2023. That's according to Best Friends Animal Society, an animal welfare nonprofit. While there is no official count, estimates suggest that the number of strays in Texas is in the millions.